Hello, listeners. Before we get started today, I want to thank each and every one of you, not only for calling in, but for listening and supporting our show. We're a community, and as an added thank you for sharing your evenings with us, I'm having a giveaway. Dana and I will choose one of tonight's lucky callers to win a beautiful set of steak knives. These fabulous knives can cut through anything. Steak, aluminum cans, pennies, human femurs. That's what the ad packet says. But I would say don't cut through human bones unless you're a doctor. I don't know. Anyway, it's exciting. An exciting giveaway for you listeners. Now, let's welcome our first caller. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi there, host.
And hello to you. I see here that you'd prefer to remain anonymous, but that you're calling from Sweetwater, Alabama, and are seeking advice regarding a woman who's ignoring you.
Yeah, she won't answer my calls or texts or my electronic mail. I saw her the other day on the street and she wouldn't even look at me.
How do you know this woman? Give me some context about this relationship.
Well, I met this girl through one of them apps. We've been on some dates around town and everything was real nice, but then she just stopped answering me.
You can't think of any reason she started ignoring you. Let's see if we can dive deeper. Walk me through the last time you saw her.
It was last week. We went on a date to my favorite place.
Okay.
The Waffle House.
Uh-huh.
It was great. Shared some critter casserole.
I thought you were at a Waffle House.
We were. My cousin's the chef there, and he's got this secret menu he makes based on what he found driving in. He makes the best possum-filled hush puppies this side of the Florida Panhandle. It's great, because they got syrup you can dip them in.
That is a food combination I've never tried.
It was great. Most girls get squeamish, but she could really eat. Even asked me to order the fish heads.
You know, never mind. I've heard enough about the cuisine. I'm sorry for interrupting. Let's move on with what happened next.
It's okay. So after dinner, we even climbed up the old water tower and looked at the stars together.
Well, that sounds nice.
It was. But that's all we did. Then she stopped answering me. I've tried everything to get in touch with her. It's like she vanished. My cousin said she might be ghosting me, but I don't get why.
For our listeners out there, ghosting is a slang term that is defined as quietly disappearing or breaking off a relationship by ceasing all communication with the former partner without any apparent warning or justification.
Yep, that's what happened.
Let's continue to dig deeper, caller. Is there anything that happened that night that would be a clue as to why she stopped communication with you? Perhaps you turned into a werewolf upon seeing the full moon and tried to attack her.
I think I'd remember that.
But maybe not, though.
No. That's not what happened.
All right. So nothing else scary or upsetting happened that evening?
Well, there was this moment when she fell off the water tower.
She fell off?
Yeah, you see, it's a real romantic spot. You get a good view of the city, but it's also covered in this slippery goo.
Oh dear, how high up were you when she fell?
About 60 feet.
Caller, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but I think she may be dead. A fall like that would surely be fatal, and if she's dead, that explains why she's incapable of reaching you through electronic devices. You could try reaching her with some sort of Ouija board, though I must say that presents its own risks if the spirit is unhappy.
No, there's no way she died. Because when she fell off, she grabbed onto a tree branch and climbed down the tree. She was pretty banged up, but she was still able to run away. She was crying, though.
Oh, well, that explains it. Maybe she's still working through the trauma of this incident, and that's the reason she hasn't gotten back to you.
Well, that ain't right, especially since I fell off the water tower when she did.
You did? This water tower sounds like it should be condemned. Did you also grab a tree?
No, just fell. Hurtling through space. Actually, it's amazing I didn't get any injuries.
Oh dear. Sir, is it possible you died and that you are in fact the one doing the ghosting?
No, I'm fine. I feel fine.
Humor me here, caller. One test we could do to see how corporeal you are. How did you call me? Are you currently holding your phone?
No, I asked that lady in my phone, Sherry, to call me an advice person.
It seems Siri may know what's going on better than you do, given that she chose to call me. Now, Caller, could you humor me and place your hand on the wall?
Sure. Here we go. That's weird. My hand went through it. Must be some cheap plaster or something.
I don't think home construction is the issue here. Think, caller, have you been eating or sleeping regularly?
But I just figured it's because I'm heartsick. I guess it is strange. Oh no. Oh my god. Am I a ghost?
It seems that you are.
But why am I still here? I thought I'd go to the big Waffle House in the sky.
This girl and your attachment to her seems to be unfinished business. Perhaps if you let her go, you will be able to move on.
I don't want to let her go. I've been dating for years, and she's the first girl I found that I actually saw a future with.
I know, caller, but sometimes things just don't work out.
Are you sure we still couldn't? I'm talking to you, and maybe she and I could?
I'm in touch with a higher plane and am open to spirits, aliens, and other mysterious life forms. Odds are this girl would just end up feeling haunted.
I don't want that.
You've got to let go and make way for something better for both of you. Being in love doesn't always mean being together. Sometimes it means making a hard choice so you can both be happier.
I guess you're right. What do I do now?
Perhaps there's a white light you could move toward.
I do see a light.
Good. Go toward that light. Go in peace. Wow. I am so honored to have been part of that man's final revelation. Just goes to show, sometimes you think someone is ghosting you, and you are the one who's a ghost. Or perhaps more applicable to our listeners, there are some relationships that don't work out, not because people aren't right for each other, but because of other outside factors. Better to let go than to make yourselves miserable. Unfortunately, it seems that caller is out of the running for the steak knives, as he is no longer on this spiritual plane. Let's move along to another caller.